It's another weekend. Video guy rolled in. As you can see, I'm not too excited about. It's not that I'm not excited about yard sales. More of which, like the yard sale content I'm making. I'm getting kind of bored with making yard sale content. It's only been a few weeks. If I'm getting bored making the content, I only can think that you guys are bored with watching the content. I don't know. I'm not a big pay attention to the analytics type of guy. So I don't know. Maybe you guys are, maybe you're not. Put it in the comments and all that good jazz. So I guess I'm just going to try to look for some different types of content to make. Maybe kind of dive more into how I do my eBay store, or maybe more stuff about my booth at the consignment shop. So maybe I probably just look for other content. We are gonna go do some yard sales today. Kind of sort of like we did last week. Still have some stuff that I need to process and get posted and get through. So how we are going to be kind of on a more rigorous, tighter budget of things. It's gotta be the right price, it's gotta be the right item. It's got to be a home run, or at least a triple type of thing, or something that sells, or that we know sells quick. But also too, I'm not gonna do a lot. Like I've got two goals. A goal today. I want to find a flea market, place to set up and to have my own yard sale, or something like that. My living situation right now is not conducive to that. It's just not an area where people would be drawn to. It's not in a high traffic area. It's kind of is off the beaten path, and I have to put like 6, 7, 8 signs up to get there. So I'm going to try to find a place to set up. There is a flea market on the east side of town that I've been to a couple times, but it's been I just don't see the traffic there. There's another one that is in a smaller town a little bit north of me, and at a it's like an antique mall or something like that, and they let people set up outside. So we're gonna go check that out to see what kind of traffic is there. Now in between those spots, if we see a yard sale, we'll stop. But again, only looking for a home run. So let's get going here and see if we can get ourselves into anything and find it. Already came across a community sale, and actually is a community sale with lots of things. Already picked up some good stuff. Pulling up to another sale here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn around, go to this sale, and I'll review what I've already picked up at the first 3 sales that I've been to. All right, so first one, found a $2 Instacam with the bag. The camera's in there. I just sold one of these not too terribly long ago that I found at Goodwill for like 25 bucks or something like that, 25, 30. But it didn't have the case. It was just the camera and the box. So this has got a case. Of course, going to test it, make sure it works, but I paid $2 for it. Got a bag of comic books. Not really sure any popular titles or anything like that, but I just thought it was something good. I'm gonna try to do like more auctions on my eBay. So I paid $2 for this bag. There's about 10 comic books in here. I will of course make sure there's not one that's like worth several $100 or even something like that. But I paid $2 for these. I found some sealed movies, Misery and the original Turtles movie. This is Blu-ray, of course. Again, so $1 and $2 for these. I don't pick up open ones or used ones. I only usually pick up ones that are sealed. And then stuff that's not like run-of-the-mill, something that you can just download or stream or something right off. I was actually looking for some Stephen King stuff to watch the other day, and I couldn't. There wasn't a whole lot that was available on the streaming network, so kind of good that I picked that up. And this is the original Turtles movie, so back from like the was it the 80s or 90s? 1990s with this set. So the original one, not the newer ones that have been coming out. So I think these two will sell pretty quickly, or have a good chance of selling. I picked up this American Girl. It's like a Lego-ish set. Again, $2 on that. I think that's probably a little more than $2 or not. If not, again, this is another item I can lot up with some other American Girl stuff today. Next, I got these stacks of guitar books. Again, it's for different people. Like there's Tom Petty in here. There's Crosby, Stills, and Nash. There's a Southern Rock, all kinds of stuff. So I paid 50 cents a piece for these. I was looking, and they go anywhere from 10 to 15 bucks. So I think that's a pretty good profit there. Can't really show this one holding up in the car. A little Stewart safe with the keys and everything, $5. Haven't been able to open it yet though, but I saw some comps for used ones for 40 or so. I didn't want to sit here and try to mess with it, but for $5, I'll take a chance, see if I can get it open somehow. There's nothing in it, but it's just a good safe to have. I've flipped safes like this on Facebook Marketplace. They sell really quickly, but of course I gotta figure out how to get it open. Left that community sale. That safe is the last thing that I picked up. We're gonna make our way towards the antique store that supposedly has tables out front that you can rent. I'm gonna check that out and see what the traffic looks like there. It's about 8 o'clock. So the safe is the last thing I picked up. Odd interaction at the next yard sale. I gotta carry my phone more to catch this type of stuff. But anyways, the guy, just a random guy's like, it's pretty crappy, but he didn't say crappy, he used a different word. What you did with the safe. And what are you talking about? Apparently he was looking at the safe, walked away from it, I assume, because when I was looking at the safe, there was nobody else around. And as I was looking at the safe, the lady said, hey, you can have that for $5. I can't get it open. If I could get it open, I'd charge more. Like, all right, deal. So I actually picked up the bag that had the keys and the batteries. I think you saw it in the last clip, and carried that around while I looked at the rest of the stuff. Gave the lady $5, scooped up the safe, and took it to the car. Shot the video you guys saw. But I guess the guy wanted. I was looking at it too, and I'm like, well, did you pay for it? Did you ask her how much she wanted for it? Because she told me the price while I was looking at it, and he's like, well, I just wanted it, and he just walked off. It's like, I should have said, well, I'll sell it to you for 20, but I didn't think that quick enough. But I was thinking about other things to say that weren't so Christian-like. So anyways, we're gonna stop at this one sale that is randomly on the side of the road, and then we'll move towards the antique place. All right, here we are, Golden Antiques and Auction in Summerfield. This is, you can see some of the tents out there. They have let you rent spots out here, so we're gonna check it out and see how it is. I'm gonna take you with me. It's getting warm out here. So there was the little vendor area. Let me get a little better view of it. This is the outdoor vendor. There's the store right there. And Golden Shops in Summerfield, North Carolina. So you saw the roll there. There's a good amount of, I don't remember what they were charging for a space, so I'll have to find that out. But one day I'll take you inside there to the Golden Antiques shop and show you around in there, let you see what's in there. If you've been to any antique shop these days, it's the same stuff. But well, maybe one day we'll take a tour. Didn't really find much, so maybe you saw in the clip that I found a PlayStation 1 that they wanted $50. I'm not really sure the going price for a one, but I know it ain't $50. And then they had the older WWF rubber figure. They wanted $15 to $20 a piece. I don't even think that's the resale value on those ones, and they were in pretty rough condition, so that wasn't worth picking up. So let's hit the other flea market. I'm gonna take kind of a back road highway over to that one and see if we can find any yard sales there as well. Had to take the sweater off, got warm, so Mr. Johnny Cash is joining us. So picked up one of these Wilton Christmas pans for $1. They sell for about 20 bucks a piece, so that's cool. Trying my hand at some textbooks. So I found this SAP Press. This is implementing SAP business planning in consolidations. So picked this up for $1. I scanned it with the Amazon app. Used copies go for like 30 bucks. eBay had only one copy on there for like 18 bucks. So I need to, I'm not sure when the printing of it is. But the reason I picked it up is if you look at the price down there, it's like an $80 book whenever it came out. And I don't know, it doesn't have the printing on here when it came out. But anyways, so we'll throw this up on eBay because I just sent a huge Amazon shipment in and don't plan on sending another one in for a little bit till that shipment gets going in. So probably just throw that up on eBay for now. If it don't sell by that time, then we'll send it to Amazon. Light work, 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Whole tub, 30 bucks. 84. Here is the original Sailor. There is a original Han Solo. 30 bucks for this whole tub. All G.I. Joe Transformers. Star Trek. Score! I was just going to, like, when I pulled up to this yard sale, I said, I'm going to do a clip about how when you do, like, backcountry yard sailing, it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because back in the back, not in town, in suburban areas, out here in the country where I live, the sales are few and far between. You got to go, a little bit of a distance to find sales to get to the next one. But when you do find one, you usually find stuff like that. They didn't want to go through that bin and piece everything out individually and anything like that. She said that so it's $9.15 now. She's been trying to sell it for 50 bucks all day. Nobody would take it. I would have paid 50 bucks for that thing first thing in the morning. And finally, when I was looking at it, she's like, I've been trying to sell it all day for 50. Will you, how much do you want? I was like, well, you tell me what you want. If 50's, a good price, but if you're willing to discount it, she said, how about 30? And I couldn't get the money out fast enough. So, it's all 80s, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, what else is in there? Transformers, GoBots for those of you who like some of the throwback stuff or more obscure stuff. But again, light work like that. I will probably do a separate video on just that bin alone. Going through that bin, seeing what's in there. I didn't dig all the way to the bottom. Just the stuff on top that I saw. Like, some of it, is missing parts and pieces and things like that. But I can piece that stuff out and at least make my money back on, just some of the small parts alone, because there are people looking for the small parts to complete theirs. So if mine's not complete, I'll just piece it out or sell it as, what I have or whatever. That stuff's just, that stuff goes like that. It sells quick. So when I start going through it and start putting it up, it's going to sell. It's going to sell quick and easy. Keep telling myself to stop buying golf clubs. You get a Callaway driver for $3. Kind of have to buy it, especially when there's two other people standing there and you want to be the one that wins. All right, this is known as the Greensboro Flea Market. It's kind of small. They got vendors all along the fence all the way around the back there, and then they have this building. I'm not going to go in the building. I will peruse this outer area, see if I can find anything. I'm going to be very picky because after that toy lot that I bought, that's probably not going to get better than that. It's going to take me a minute to get into that, so I'll go through that. So I'll probably be real picky about anything here if I find anything. I finished up here at this little flea market. So most of that row there is all vendors selling, knockoff clothes, pallet buy, you know, stuff that they're breaking down pallets and selling that stuff off. Fake hats, fake shoes. I saw a ton of fake shoes. I'm not a big shoe person. Don't have a lot of knowledge about shoe person, but I know a fake Nike when I see one, especially when the check mark or the swoosh is this way. You know, this is the angle on it. That's not right. Anyway, and like I said, I didn't go in the building. The building is just a bunch of kind of the same stuff, and there used to be a guy in there that sold sports card, but the last time I was in there, he wasn't in there, so he's not there anymore. So that was about the only reason why I would go. There is quite a few people here, but I mean, again, a lot of it's just like vendor, with just the same stuff over and over again. Crafts, there's a lot of people selling crafts and things like that. So I don't know, maybe. I know the tables here are $10 a piece, so kind of the same. I think you get one table, and then I think you can sell like out of your trunk because of the way it's set up. So we'll see. Again, it's 10 o'clock, so I didn't get here when I wanted to, which was before 10 o'clock. So I may come back, you know, next week before 10 o'clock to kind of see what the traffic is like here. So, and see if there's anything different than what I saw today. So that's going to do it for this week's video. It wasn't supposed to be a yard sale video. It was just supposed to be, let's hit a couple yard sales in between the two flea markets I was going to go to. Because again, I'm trying to find a place to, you know, I don't have, where I live at, I don't have the ability to have a yard sale for myself. So I was looking for a flea market or something like that to set up. I got some stuff I just need to get rid of. But, you know, cool find. That toy bin, $30 for all those G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, and other stuff that's in there. Look for a separate video on that coming out. We'll go through all that. Anything that we can piece together and make a whole, of course we will. A lot of cleanup too. I did see, you know, some dirts and, you know, stuff like that on it. So I got to clean them up, sanitize them, all that good stuff. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.